Let's talk about bridging travel and faith. For many, traveling to Italy starts as a cultural experience, food, history, sightseeing, but it can transform into something much deeper. What advice would you give to someone who wants to incorporate more faith into their travels?
Well, I mean, it's so easy. Even if you're not Catholic, you're going to be seeing Catholic things because all the artists were Catholic, and most of the main art is associated with the church. Whenever I see the lines outside St. Peter's or outside the Academia for David, I pray for the people online because I know they're not necessarily Catholic. But who did those pieces of art? Catholics, and David is obviously from the Old Testament, King David. Or they're walking into St. Peter's to see maybe the Pietà, right? Or the Baldacchino, Bernini's, famous Baldacchino. And so they're going to encounter Christ. And so you as a Catholic, just by, going, I want to see the sites. Well, the sites are going to, it's going to be very hard not to include something Catholic on your trip, even if a person is not Catholic. So, in order to incorporate faith, I would definitely hit the biggies, as I mentioned, in Rome. And then my book kind of walks you through what to see, where to go. And this is what I do in my consultations. Okay, when you go to Rome, if you only have 4 days, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do that. But in between, if you really want to experience and even make it more of a faith type of experience, is you can't do too much.
Yes.
I say do one tour a day. Go see St. Peter's in the morning. That's it. Because when you go to St. Peter's, if you have a good guide, that's going to take you a couple of hours because there's so much to see in St. Peter's. Usually what they do with the tours is you see the Sistine Chapel in St. Peter's in a half day, which is fine. But that's it. Basta, stop. Put a fork in your jaw because what you're going to need to do, speaking of fork or forchetta, you're going to have to sit down and do la dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing. To sit down and reflect and be like a lady and ponder because there's so much to the senses because as a Catholic, you're seeing these things that represent our faith so beautifully and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like so overwhelming. And then you look at the art, and then that's a whole nother level of awareness that blows your mind. And so you can't take in that much. Your senses cannot absorb it all. There's so many epiphany and aha moments that you're going to need to sit down and take a break. So if you really want a beautiful experience, faith-wise and, actually sight-wise, you need to slow down and take it in. Italy, as I say in the book, is meant to be savored.